again. Afternoon, David.
Hi, James.
First of all, let's start with reactions to the Europa League draw and playing against Freiburg, you know pretty well.
Well, the manager's done a great job at Freiburg. I know that. He did a great length of time at the one club, which we said before. So, look, I'm looking forward to get back and playing them again. Obviously, I thought they were the toughest team in the group. I thought we did have a tough group with Freiburg and Olympiacos in the group. So we have to go back there again and see if we can win for a second time.
Will it help this time going back with fans able to come out there and enjoy the trip this time?
Well, the supporters will know what it was like when we went to Frankfurt a couple of years ago. I don't know if I could put it right at that level, but certainly the atmosphere inside the stadium at Freiburg was fantastic, and it'll be good that we can get our own supporters there as well.
Some big names in the Europa League draw. Does it make it any easier knowing that you've played them recently and obviously beaten them twice recently too?
No, I don't think it makes it any easier. I actually think that the group was very tight. The games were close. I don't see any real big difference. Obviously, there's some huge teams, and I think I said top of the German league in this competition, top of the English Premier League at the moment in this competition. So you're trying to avoid those teams as much as you can. But look, it's a tough game, whatever it is. It's a knockout stages now, 2 legs. They've just beaten Lens, who were in the group with Arsenal, I think, in the Champions League. So it gives you an idea that Freiburg are a good team.
Having that now confirmed who you're playing in the Europa League, is that potentially handy now to reignite the season and the campaign, since what's happened since the turn?
Well, the good thing about it is we've always known that we've got European football after Christmas. It's the third year in a row that we've done it. So we're really pleased to have it. Look, once you get this far, you're just hoping that you can try and get through the next round and see what the next one brings up. We've had a brilliant few years in Europe, so we'll enjoy this one as well.
Right, let's go back on to domestic levels. So you've had, what's going to be 9 days, isn't it, between these 2 games? For you, has that been a positive to have the time on the training ground with the players, or would you prefer a busy period like you've had certainly over the last couple of years with the Thursday, Sunday fixtures?
Well, I hope it keeps busy coming near the end of the season, because that'll mean we'll probably get more European football. So that's what we're hoping for. But look, I think we all enjoy the chance that we can get a little bit of break. We can train well and prepare for the games. So ideally, it's been a good period we've had. Hopefully the players are ready and fresh to go for the next game.
After the game on Saturday, you said that everybody's hurting right now. Have you been able to pinpoint what's been the cause of the change of form since the turn of the year?
Look, it's an easy thing to say, but I think we've missed some really senior players. The AFCON has certainly not helped us, with players being away at AFCON for the month of January. We picked up a few injuries to really important players. So if you look at how many changes we had to make in the early part of January to where we are now, so it's good. We're on the verge. Lucas Paqueta is back in training, very close to returning, and hopefully that'll give us a huge boost.
How close is he? Is he in contention for the Monday night?
He's certainly in contention, but I'll need to find out exactly where he is. But overall, we're so pleased that we've got him back in. It's been a while. We've just had Mick back last week for the first time. And, as I said, Mo was out as well. He was away in the African nations. So it's good that we're beginning to get them all back together.
Any other concerns going into Monday?
A couple of bits and bobs, but nothing desperate at the moment.
Last week we were speaking, you said about your contract, which you seem to be asked certainly on an almost weekly basis, but you said if it was starting to affect the players, you would try and get it sorted. Mm-hmm. Have you had conversations with the owners about that? Because if we're linking the two, you can see the results are starting to be hampered, and could it be affecting the players?
Well, first of all, I don't think the contract's affecting the players, but I'll answer your question. Yeah, I've had really good conversations with the owners, with David and Karen Brady, and look, there's a contract there for me. I'm the one who's at the moment deciding that I want to wait. I want to wait to the end of the season. I want to make sure that everything's correct, and that first and foremost that we concentrate in this season, do the job. But I've really enjoyed my 4 years here, and one way or the other I'll make sure I see my contract out.
Is there a reason why you want to wait so long to maybe the end of the season?
Yeah, plenty of reasons. Got to make sure that I think it's the right thing for the club. Got to make sure it's the right thing for me and my family. And at the moment, I've spoken to the board. I got on really well with them. As I said, I've had a fabulous 4 years, and you think we're just talking about Europe there, and we're talking about how you get to Europe in the first place is be successful in the league. So no, we'll sort it out, but I'm happy for it to wait.
And final one for me, on Monday nights, in front of the home fans, London Stadium, evening kick-off, we've seen the noise, we've heard the noise, we've seen the banners put up by the fans, but what do you want to see from the fans on Monday night?
It's what I want to see from the players, the performance from the players. It's always the one that ignites the supporters. Our performance is the most important thing. Let's concentrate on the pitch, and hopefully everybody concentrates on the action on the pitch.
Thanks, David.
Niv. Hi, David. Good afternoon. Despite the challenging results recently, what is it encourage you the most with the West Ham side?
The players, the group of players we've got, how well they've done over seasons, how well they've continued to come from behind at different times. But in the main, they've been excellent. The players have been so good, and I don't know any group of players at any club who don't go through periods where they don't quite hit their top form. So we have to find ours quickly.
Brentford Monday night, big London derby, and West Ham never managed to beat them in the Premier League. How confident do you feel out of this one this week?
Well, they've always been a really tough opponent. They really have been. I admit that. They think they're doing a great job. Thomas Frank's done a really good job. But I think you would have to think that we're quite a few points above them. So we must be doing something right.
Ivan Toney, how impressed have you been with the fact that he hasn't played competitive football for a while, went back and been so consistent since his return to?
Well, I'm not an expert on Brentford and Ivan Toney, but I can tell you that the games I've seen him play, I think he's played really well. I think he's a big player for Brentford, which everybody knows anyway. I've been really impressed by his performances. I've been impressed by his football intellect, the way he goes about his performances. I think it's been very good, and obviously you're right when you say he's missed a lot of football, so he's come back in very good condition.
Just before we finish, last question about your friend Roy Hodgson, please. First of all, if you had a chance to speak to him, how is he feeling? And since he left Palace, do you think we'll see him in football once again?
Well, I have. I've sent him a message, and he's messaged me back, and he's saying that he's doing well. So he's been a brilliant colleague over the years, but a great friend as well. Him and his wife, I hope, enjoy some time off and get a bit of time away. And I'm sure he'll be around. I'm sure he'll be involved with lots of things. Whether he goes back into management, I'm not sure I could tell you that.
Thank you.
It'll be the first Monday you have to play him for a while. Does that make a difference to you and the team at all?
No, I think that everybody's getting used to football on certainly different days. I think that's becoming a bit of the norm. I don't know if the culture in our country is absolutely mad on it, but we're all used to Monday night football, and I think everybody quite enjoys it. I think the hardest thing is when you play Thursday, Sunday. I've got to say, I think that becomes a bigger issue for us. But Monday night, look, we play and we'll go on with it.
Be underestimated after the win against you guys in November?
No, not at all. We were leading 2-1 at half time, and we lost it in the second half. But no, I said earlier there's Brentford have always been a tough opponent, and we'll need to play well to get a result.
Thomas Frank is being leading in the Premier League. If you had any thoughts on him as a fellow manager?
I think Thomas has done a great job. I think he's at a club which suits him, and it allows them to do a lot of things, and they've also got their own framework of how they want things to be done. Thomas works within that very, very well.
I just wanted to finish asking about Kalvin Phillips as well. I mean, he's had a pretty tough start with his loan spell, I guess. Like, how's he doing? Have you had a chat with him?
He's doing fine, been training really well. I think the sending off was really, really close to being harsh. And I think generally when you look close, there's probably no contact. And as I said, I thought the crowd at Nottingham played an incredible part in how they got behind their team and how they pushed the referee into quite a few decisions as well.
Okay, we'll turn the cameras off then, guys, please.